Man, I wish the story I'm about to tell you never happened, but I will tell it for your entertainment. But remember to never visit an abandoned place. It was the year of 3017, the year of new technology, and everything was great. But I was more interested in the stories of old abandoned places from the 1920s and historic events. I decided I wanted to visit someplace abandoned that was around since the 20s. I thought, but I couldn't think of any place that I had known of that had been abandoned. So I thought I would just turn on the news, hopefully find out if any place was abandoned in the world. And to my surprise, as soon as I turned on the Fox News, a woman shuffled her papers and said, "Good morning, I am Sarah Gould, and here is the breaking story from this morning. I'm going to turn you over to Jack Withers for the story. Jack?" I just sat there, waiting for something interesting to happen. Just then, a man popped up on the screen, and he was standing in front of a beach. "Thank you, Sarah. Here in the famous Coney Island in New York, around since 1870, has been shut down this morning, and all of the attractions were left behind without any takers." He ended. I sat at the edge of my couch. I whispered to myself, "I'm going to New York," I said. After I got dressed, I hopped into my car and drove to Coney Island. About 4 hours later, I arrived at the beach. There was police tape around the attractions, but I slowly walked along the empty boardwalks with no sign of life anywhere. All there was just slowed down old 60s music playing from the speakers on the lamp poles. I looked at them while I walked by. The next place that I went to in Coney Island was the theme park with a big clown face on the sign. I felt a little uneasy going in there, but I went in anyway, somewhat interested. When I passed the sign, I heard a dead silence, with the attraction still not moving. 1 inch. Just seatbelts hanging out, but just then I heard a kickstart noise, and all of the attractions started moving. I flinched and ran out of the amusement park. The next thing I know, when I got out, the beach was full of umbrellas and beach towels, but nobody was there. The news reporter had left, and I did not know what to think. I thought that maybe I was hallucinating a bit, but everything seemed too real. But it was cool for a teenager, yet a bit scary. So being the dumb teen that I was, I decided I was going to walk through the haunted house by myself, alone, without it working. Today I think about how stupid that I was to think that there was nothing odd going on at Coney Island. I walked slowly into the haunted house, and it was just filthy. I mean, it was covered in dry leaves and dead animals. Already, just after a day, I felt like I was going to throw up. Just as I walked through the hallway in the haunted house leading to a black wall, and right in front of it was a figure, but all white, and it almost looked like an evil spirit wearing 1800s clothes. I went on my phone and quickly, still keeping my eye on the figure standing in front of me. It was still not moving. 1 smidge. And then I found out that a woman came here in 1870 on the grand opening day and died in the haunted house of a massive heart attack. And rumor has it that she was still haunting the place. I looked at her and she looked at me angrily. And she quickly flew into my face, chasing me halfway through the park. And as I was trying to leave the gate, a gate slammed in front of me, and there was a sheet of metal saying "Abandoned," and the ghost came in front of me and whispered in my ear, "You'll soon be abandoned too." I screamed, and I had to. I climbed up on the gate and hopped over. I knew I would never get that interested in history ever again.